Hey everyone, I'm Delilah Bon. This is my intro because I got a lot of new followers recently and I figured I should explain who I am because a lot of people will not know. Before I was Delilah Bon, I had a grunge band. For many years. I started that grunge band when I was 17. So it really annoys me now when I see people saying that like I've appeared out of nowhere. Cause girl, I have been doing music forever. I had a viral moment when I was 14 singing Led Zeppelin. I'm gonna give you my love. I'm gonna give you my love. Oh, a whole lot of love. Yeah. I went viral in Brazil. And so I've always kind of made singing videos, covers. I've done this for so long. Like I have been around for so long. I actually did so many shows back in the day where I would look into my crowds and just be like, where the fuck are the girls? My music for a long time did not attract girls on the live scene. So I would play shows a lot of the time where I would get heckled. And it was more like whenever I would speak about, like this song is about sexual assault, and men would shout, like, get on with it. The scene that I was in, it was kind of like the punk scene, and I do this because punk to me is supposed to be about standing for something, especially women's rights. And a lot of the punk scene was me dealing with drunk punks. I had so many arguments with drunk punk men that just disrespected the shit out of me. And I didn't really even recognize that at the time. It took years of me realizing like, I'm not safe at my own shows to realize I need to do something about it. I actually spoke out in 2019 about how I was being treated on the live scene, and I was like saying it's full of sexism and misogyny and stuff like this. And I was attacked by my own fans. And I won't say all of them. I got a lot of praise from a lot of the women and the men that get it. Like those men that get it have been there since day one. So the last tour that I played with Hands Off Gretel before I got in the studio and started screaming as Delilah Bon. You wanna treat me like an animal. You wanna eat me like an animal. I remember I was meeting fans after the show, and so a lot of these shows like I played, they didn't have a back room. There was no privacy, and like if I wanted to get changed, I would have to try and get changed in the toilets before the venue opened. And so this meant that I was accessible all the time, and I would spend a lot of the time like grinning and bearing the disrespect from a lot of men that would come to my shows drunk, try and kiss me, try and hug me. I had one guy like lick my face at one point. And so this guy came up to me and was just like, oh, can I get a photograph of you? And then I was like, oh yeah, sure. And then this other guy was like, oh my God, I wouldn't have a photo with her. She'll accuse you of sexual assault. Ha 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 ha. And when I was on stage, I was speaking about a song that I had at the time, one of the angriest songs, Bigger Than Me. Watch me as you swap body. Let it feel just once that you And this guy was like, hashtag me too, like while I'm singing. When COVID hit and we couldn't tour, I was like legitimately like, I don't know if I want to do music anymore. I feel like I'm pushing and pushing for safe spaces at my shows, for girls, for queer people, for people that like me. I need a safe space, and I'm pushing and pushing, and I'm getting resistance all that fucking time. And I was just like, at this point, I want to be a recording artist only, and I don't want to tour because it's lousy. Fast forward then to 2019, and I start producing my own songs, and I never had any intention of releasing Delilah Bon as like an actual thing. It was just my thing. It was like, I am pissed off. I wrote a song called Chop Dicks. I wrote a song called Bad Attitude, and it was all just like a reaction to like how I was being treated then, when it's like my voice isn't being heard. I was like, fuck you. And I don't even swear, but I started swearing. Because I was just pissed off. I was like, I am literally sick to the back teeth of these men. And I decided, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to put some of my music out there. And the amount of girls that came forward that were like, oh my God, this is my experience. It opened up a conversation that I was having on a small scale, but it like opened the floodgates. I am not on my own with this. I'm not on my own with feeling like dealing with daily misogyny and dealing with like this fear all the time that's like, why do I feel afraid to like exist sometimes? Why do I feel afraid walking down the street? I realized there's a lot of power in my pen right now. And I hadn't felt that power. I'd felt like not heard. I was just like, I'm pouring everything into writing and producing myself. And I think the producing part changed everything, because it was like, I have dealt with producers and had shit times with producers when working with my band. I had a vision. I always had a vision where I knew exactly what I want. I know exactly how I want things to sound. Like, I'm the songwriter. Currently on streaming platforms, I have 92 songs in total. I've written all of those songs myself. Every single song of my entire career, I've wrote myself. I've never co-written. Everything's written by me. And so this is why producing my own music was so empowering, because I was learning as I went along. Like, I never claimed to be a producer for a long time. Even when I produced my first album, it's like, I was like, oh yeah, and I produced it. I never made it like a thing, because it's like, it felt like new territory, and I was waiting for someone to go, ha, you did it wrong, you did it wrong. When I first sent my album to mastering, I was like nervous that the mastering engineer would be like, okay, this entire thing is wrong. I never intended for Delilah Bon to be a live show. I got my friends involved with the live show. Like, I just want to make something fun. It's no big deal. I didn't have a drummer. I wanted it to just be like a DJ, me and a bass player. And we did like a few shows, and the shows just changed everything, because I was looking out at a crowd for the first time where it's like, oh my God, I can't see a guy for like 15 rows. It is so freaking refreshing when all I've ever known is male dominated rooms. And for the first time, I'm in a female dominated room, and I'm like, if I see any of you guys heckling me right now, you're in danger. And it was the first time that I felt like that.
This is a new song. This song is called 10 Men Don't Rape. And you can tell from the crowd there's something wrong with the world. Right? 10 Men Don't Rape! 10 Men Don't Rape! You kiss her with fingers when I say 10 Men Don't Rape!
I always had people saying like, oh, you should never have gone solo. You should never have done Delilah Bon. You should have stuck to your band. And like, my band was my baby. Hands Off Girl was my baby. Like 17-year-old me, that was my dream. That's what I wanted to do. It just didn't work out how I wanted it. And I didn't want that to squish me and crush me. And so when I reinvented, I literally saved myself from just giving up on music, because it felt like my dream ended. And then when I started doing Delilah Bon, all these men that doubted me, like, oh, she's gone solo now, and like, she'll never succeed with that. I love proving people wrong. The live shows became their own beast. They grew and grew. My platform grew and grew. And the more songs that I was just like authentically myself, just like, fuck you, release this one, and like letting my voice be heard, it's like I grew an audience. And I get a lot of people that message me and say that they're trapped in a scene where their shows are just men. And they're so trapped and terrified of like speaking out about women's rights, speaking out about trans rights, or saying whatever they think in their heart, because they're like, don't want to offend or don't want to like alienate them. You're being alienated by them. They're alienating you. Like, that's how I felt on stage. It's like, I don't want to be like holding back. This is my motherfucking show. You've just got to speak your mind and sing your truth, man. So yeah, to all the people that comment and like assume that I've popped up out of nowhere and that I'm some TikTok artist, I'm really not. I've been here for a very, very long time, and finally I'm finding my audience, and it's so very empowering and inspiring to do that. Yeah, there's a little insight on me. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll give you a big kiss now. Thank you.